Yo, it's Arcade and today we are making an old school boom bap beat. It's gonna be a chilled out beat with that dusty vibe, one of my favorite genres, so let's get to it. To get started, let's set the BPM to about 95. We can change that later. We are starting with an empty project and I'm gonna start with the drums. I think the drums are the most important thing and they will set the vibe for the whole beat. First step is the sample selection, which is really important. Do not underestimate that. I'm going to find my samples on Tracklib. You might know it as a platform where you can sample full songs, but now they added a new section called Sounds, where you can find a huge library of royalty-free one-shots and loops. So let's dive in and find some cool sounds. And I'm looking for old school, like dusty drum samples. Okay, I'm gonna get this kick, which is like longer, and I'm gonna get this one, which is shorter. And then we just drag them into our DAW. Let's get some snares. So this one, maybe check a different pack. I'm gonna take that as well. Also some hi-hats. At this point, I'm just getting the samples, sort of building up this sample kit for our drums, and then we can start working on the drums. Oh yeah, I like this one. And a crash, of course. So let's see what we got so far. And of course, the crash. So now let's put together a drum beat. I'm gonna increase the swing as well, because we want a bit of a groove going. And let's see. Maybe we can lower the pitch of the second one. Okay, I like this sample, but it doesn't start right on the beat, so we can just move the sample start. And we can have it a little bit of beat. Maybe something like this. Maybe a little fill in the end. And I think we're gonna create 2 copies of this and click on this button right here, make unique, and we're gonna create a variation. So as you can see, it turned it into pattern 2. So I think we can delete this kick as well. So we have this as the first pattern. And this is the second. Okay, I think I'm gonna take the fill as well. It's 89 BPM. I'm just gonna see if I can somehow implement it. Just make sure to set the BPM to 89. That's what it says. But maybe we cut it. Yeah, something like that. Lower the pitch. And now let's also add the hi-hats. I think I'm just gonna go with Philly 2 steps on this one. And this one, which is more open, I'm gonna do offbeat like this. Something like that. Maybe play with the velocity of the first one. Or maybe like... I think I like that better. And maybe we lower the pitch of the hi-hat. Use this a lot for samples. You can just edit them and change them completely. And it's gonna change the vibe a lot when you just pitch it down or up. And I'm gonna put this on channel 2 and add NeonGlow, which is my plugin. But you can use reverb or something. Increase the reverb and play with the redux. Without it, it's like this. With it, they sound a bit more vintage. And last but not least, let's add the crash. Let's see what we got so far. Sounds nice so far. So now I want to support it with a loop as well. So I'm going to go back to sounds and I'm going to find a loop that we can put under it. Let's try this one. I can give you a quick tip if you don't know what BPM your loop is. Usually the loops are certain amount of beats or bars. So as you can see, this one is 8 bars. I mean, it's supposed to be 8 bars, but you can see it goes over it. But you can sort of tell it's supposed to be 8 bars. So you can just go to time and adjust it until it fits into 8 bars. And then it should be the right BPM as well, because usually people make these samples to fit a certain amount of bars or beats. So you can sort of guess it if you need to. Okay, I think it's pretty cool, but definitely without the fill. So we're just gonna add this in there and maybe play with the pitch. And once again, I'm gonna put NeonGlow on it and add some reverb. And I'm gonna put EQ on it and lower some of these frequencies. So we just have something in the background, but not a whole lot. Without it, with it, pretty low in volume, but it works. Let's see if we can find something else. I would like some percussion loop. So we're gonna go loops, percussion, let's see. I think this one could work. Once again, I put it in. Instead of writing the BPM, I'm just gonna move the time until it fits my bars. And I'm gonna put it on the same channel as the drum loop. I'm gonna lower the pitch. Yeah, I'm gonna lower the pitch a lot more. So we have this crunchy background sound right there. So yeah, that's our drum beat for now. I'm gonna keep it as is. And let's add more sounds. So next we want to find a melodic sample, a loop that we can utilize in the song. Let's see. Okay, as far as the melody loop goes, I like this one the best, so that's what I'm gonna use. And as you can see, it's 174 BPM, but that's okay because you can actually use it for the half BPM as well. So it's gonna work in our 90 BPM track. So if you are interested in checking out Tracklib and their new sounds platform, then check out the link in the description below. If you use the link below, you'll get 100 download credits, so you can try this out and get some cool samples yourself. So thank you to Tracklib for sponsoring this video, and now let's get back to FL Studio. So here is our sample. I think I'll pitch it down a little bit. But so far we have this. I think I'm gonna add some effects on this. Actually, I think I wanna sidechain it with the kick. So I'm gonna use this kick. I'm gonna set it on a new channel, number 8, and this is number 7. So we're gonna go to number 8, sidechain to this track under number 7, and then go to track 7, add a limiter, change it to compressor, change the sidechain to the channel 8, which is this one, and lower the threshold and increase the ratio. And now every time the kick hits, the volume of this loop will be lowered. Let's put it to the test. So now we have a bit more space to work with in the mix. Also, I'm gonna remove the low frequencies from this sound. So high pass, remove those. So now the bass, really important. It makes or breaks the track. So let's add the bass. I'm going to be using Contact, and I have this bass called Rickenbacker bass, which is like an acoustic bass, really cool for hip hop beats. So let's see. Okay, I'm gonna put an empty pattern in here so we can preview it with the melody loop. I think it's A4 at the beginning. And if we are not sure about the notes, we can remove the EQ for a little bit and hear the bass note. So it's do, do. So they started on F. So we can use that as a guide. So let's remove the low frequencies once again and hear it one more time. And then it's all about the rhythm of the bass. So you want to sort of repeat the same rhythm. As you can see, I have 2 notes in the beginning here, then I have 2 notes here, here, and here as well. So we don't sort of confuse the listener, but I'm gonna put it on a separate channel and I'm gonna sidechain that to the kick as well, because we definitely don't want the bass overlapping with the kick. So let's hear how it sounds. And then we can make some variations to the bass and adjust it to make it more playful. And maybe we can also try different bass sounds. I really like the dub bass. I think I like that. And then we can combine it with another bass, acoustic bass here. I really like this one, but I'm gonna lower all of the low frequencies. So it's gonna be the upper layer. Those two combined. Let's see other bass sounds as well. So before we continue with the melody, I think I'm gonna adjust the bass a little bit. So instead of having these long notes, I think I'm gonna go with shorter ones. A little bit of a groove. So now it sounds like this. So let's add a melody of some sorts. So I'm gonna use flex here, and I have this muted plucks by UVI. And let's see if we can come up with something. Okay, I know what this sounds like. It sounds like that GTA theme song, but I think I'm gonna go with it anyways. Do we go with this sound or a different one? Let's see. Okay, maybe this one, I'm gonna decide, but I think we need to make these notes more obvious. So every time this note hits, we're gonna have double sound, you know, 2 sounds at the same time. I like it, but I think we can do a better sound still. So we can make it a bit more subtle with the cutoff, and it sounds like this. So now we sort of have the idea of the song ready. Let's just do some arrangement and hear the finished result. I'm just gonna move this like right here. Start with the loop and we're gonna put EQ on it, do high pass. And it's just gonna play the high frequencies at first and then it's gonna go back to full frequencies. So I'm gonna create an automation clip and we're gonna do it like this. So I'm going back to Tracklib. I'm gonna search for effects and some vinyl sound like this one will be perfect. So let's take that and put it in the beginning. Okay, that sounds pretty good. I think I'm gonna use this whole drum fill. Yeah, and that's gonna be our intro and then the drop, but of course we are not gonna use the piano right away. We're gonna extend it a little bit without the piano, and then we can end it with the opposite happening here. Before I finished up, I added a few more extra sounds. I went to vocals on Tracklib, added this little effect, this vocal one shot, and this little vocal as well. Just to spice things up a little bit, so I added it like this in the song. Just a few background effects to make this a little bit more exciting. So yeah, the arrangement is ready, the whole song is ready. Let's play the finished result. And if you want to get access to some amazing sounds, check out Tracklib, link is below. Use my link to get 100 free download credits so you can try it out and get some awesome samples. Now let's hear the finished result. Enjoy!